We are, we definitely have a busy agenda today, but I want to give anyone who wants to speak an opportunity. Christopher Bruce is here with us. Mr. Bruce, would you mind having a seat at number 4, please? And we'll recognize you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before I begin my remarks, I would just want to say, I used to intern in this room under Chairman Willard over a decade ago, so I won't say everything else. The things that he did to promote justice within this committee room, one, it hasn't changed at all, but within this committee room, it's one of the reasons why I'm here today. So thank you, Chairman Frustration, for continuing on that legacy of working towards justice. Thank you, Chairman Reeves. Thank you to the governor for weighing in on this issue, District Attorney Porter, everyone who's really taking a vested interest in this, righting wrongs that have happened in this state. I just want to go on record on behalf of our Executive Director, Andrea Young, the ACLU of Georgia, as the political director. These are the type of things that really instill faith within the process. So thank you. For my remarks with the committee, thank you, Representative Wilson, for your comments there as far as mandatory reporting. I know all of you have been part of previous committees where we talked about getting data from police departments and everything else to come together and come up with better policies. So I understand exactly where you're going with your questioning, Representative Wilson. Thank you for that. According to Georgia's law, which allows private persons to make arrests, was codified over 250 years ago. This law was enacted shortly after Georgia seceded from the Union and was fighting to preserve slavery during the Civil War. It was enacted to give greater power to other individuals who were acting as lynch mobs or slave patrols. And today it continues to permit for people to weaponize their own racial biases and deprive innocent Georgians of their most basic liberties, the freedom of life, which was saw with the horrendous murder of Ahmaud Arbery. We are grateful to the bill sponsors for putting this forth, a full repeal of Georgia citizens arrest law, and we hope this committee will see the great benefit of a full repeal as well. Along with the full repeal of citizens arrest, the bill also makes an important change to the law by permitting certain individuals to effectuate detainments instead of arrests. The legal distinction between arrest and detained is an important one. To detain is to prevent from proceeding, while to arrest is to use the legal authority to deprive a person of their freedom. Another important distinction between the two terms are the legal consequences between an arrest, which has graver legal consequences than detainment. The standard to effectuate a detainment is also lower than to effectuate an arrest. In the years since Ahmaud Arbery's murder, his family and the Brunswick community have demonstrated great strength in their perseverance at this time. The community came together to oust the dishonest and dangerous district attorney. They came together to elect a new district attorney who has committed to righting the wrongs within that community. The community has been pushing for much needed law enforcement reform. And just a few weeks ago, the efforts of Ahmaud's family and the Brunswick community led to the introduction of House Bill 479 and the committee that we're hearing today. The ACLU of Georgia supports House Bill 479 because it fully repeals the antiquated, racist, and dangerous citizens arrest law in Georgia. We believe it is in the best interest of the state and all Georgians to remove the ability for any private citizen to conduct an arrest. So in closing, for the constitutional promise of we the people to truly mean all people, we must dismantle and revise laws that contribute to systemic racism that are overall harmful and unnecessary. HB 479 is a step in the right direction. We must act now to ensure nothing like Ahmaud Arbery's murder ever happens again in our great state. And I also want to make a recommendation as well, or a comment. What you said, Chairman Reeves, as far as distinguishing the case law and the things that have happened since, this will still ensure that Georgians are protected and still have the rights to protect themselves too. So thank you for pointing that out. we need to make sure that there's no misinformation out there as far as us moving forward towards justice. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield.
Thank you,